Shining lights on me. Shining lights on me. Shining lights on me, bitch.
Man, Nappy, you've been in the game as an entrepreneur for a long time, man. So just tell me a little bit, man. How did it all get started?
All right, so you want me to start in the beginning, before I became an entrepreneur, or why I became an entrepreneur, or start as I became an entrepreneur?
You know, let's take it back to like the little kid days. You know, whenever you first got that first glimpse of, man, I think like this is what I want to do. I don't want to take the, you know, the traditional route, the 9-to-5 route. You know, you wanted to go off and just do your own thing.
Right. Well, that probably started around like third grade. You know what I'm saying?
Third grade, okay.
Yeah, it started around like third grade. The reason it started in church. You know what I'm saying? So At first we went to like a little family church. We moved around a lot, but when we was in North Carolina, you know, I stayed between North Carolina and Georgia as a kid. You know what I'm saying? So the time that we was in North Carolina, we went to a family church. And my aunt owned the church. Rest in peace, aunt died. I called her Aunt Pastor.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was the first one that gave her that name, Aunt Pastor. And basically, like, you know what I'm saying, just watching the preachers and the people that ran the church and how they was living, you know what I'm saying, the cars they were driving, the houses they was living in, the schools their kids was going to. And then I look at somebody like my great-grandma that go to church every day. You know, Bible study, choir rehearsal, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like Saturday night school, Sunday school, everything. And she's struggling. She living in the hood. Like my whole life, I remember my great-grandma living in the hood. And I just started seeing like, you know, I was just seeing like the people that was up, that was preaching the word, was living good, but people that was like dependent on God was the one that was poor. You get what I'm saying? So I was like, I believe in God. I definitely believe in God, but I also believe in, you got to go out here and go get it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just going to keep here and just sit here and listen to somebody preach and I want heaven now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to have to live a life right now to hope I get into heaven. I don't know if you get into heaven or I'll get into heaven, but I'm finna try to figure out how to get heaven right now and still try to please God. You know what I'm saying? So it started right there. That was the first thing where it started.
Okay.
All right.
For sure. So try to get that heaven on earth while you're here, huh?
Right, yeah.
Most definitely. And that definitely makes sense for sure, man. So, you know, so it all started like you instantly wanted to start cooking?
Well, I wanted to start cooking like younger than that, like kindergarten. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, my first love was music. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember my Uncle Ronnie bought my first drums. He got me a grown-up pair of drums. I don't know if it's called a pair of drums or drum set. You know what I'm saying? But I remember I was 5 years old. He got me some drums, like to sing in the choir. So I was always like musically talented. Like, that was my first love. And then the cooking kind of came, like being in the kitchen with my mom. I remember she used to make, when we lived in Germany, she used to make peanut butter cookies, you know what I'm saying? So she used to let me lick the bowl or mix the bowl and things like that.
Yeah.
And I used to just remember the smell of the kitchen, you know what I'm saying? Just watching my mama cook in the kitchen, you know? Like everybody that I remember as a child cooked. My mom, my grandma, my great-grandma, my dad, you know what I'm saying? My biological dad, you know? So I just fell in love with art, you know what I'm saying? Like anything that I can create from scratch, I fell in love with that, you know what I'm saying? So that's where the entrepreneurial spirit came from, just like, damn, I can make this, I can create this and put this together and make it look like this, you know what I'm saying? So that kind of made me want to be an entrepreneur. I didn't know the word for it back then though, you know?
Most definitely. And then like being able to share your creativity ability as well as like other people too, was that a big thing for you?
Yeah, hell yeah, man. Like I just knew, I knew I was gifted as a kid, you know what I'm saying? Like I was gifted without really trying to be gifted, you know what I'm saying? And my mama told me, she was like, I remember when you was in first grade and you used to come home with like drawings, you know what I'm saying? Like the other kids would draw like little stick people, but I drew like the actual body, you know what I'm saying? It's like spelling bees. I want spelling bee. I used to come home with like, back in the day, they used to have this can of popcorn and they had like the caramel, the cheddar and the regular popcorn and whoever win the spell. I used to come home all the time from winning awards and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like everything I tried, played basketball, everything I tried I was good at because I was just like very competitive, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to be good in something. And I guess I felt like I wanted the attention from my mom and attention from whoever I love. So the only way to get attention from somebody, you gotta be good at something. You know what I'm saying? So everything I did, I tried to be great at it, you know?